Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. So today I decided to do this fruit and veggie spread because I love fruits and vegetables, and this is how we all should be eating. I'm guilty of not, but I love fruits and vegetables, so I just wanted to do a healthy eat with me and talk about some. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I just really wanted to go more in depth with some of my health issues, not to play the victim or, be like, oh, poor me, because that's not it. And there are far worse things that could be happening to a person than are happening to me. So I am aware of that. But it took me a really long time to figure out what was going on. And if I could just help somebody in any way get to a conclusion or a diagnosis, I'm happy to help, because I went through hell and back to try to figure out what the hell was going on with me. I thought I was dying. I thought I had cancer. I didn't know what was happening to me because I just had a bunch of weird stuff hit all at the same time. Anyway, I'm just going to dive in here. So I made homemade fruit dip, and also some homemade ranch. And these are just little mason jars, and they have, let's see, I have the lids over here. So they have the lids here that you can put what it is and the date and all that. So I do that. And then just alcohol wipe off the top and you can start over. And I'm sorry I'm super red. That's also part of my vitamin D issue, but also because I was out in the sun all weekend and I'm freaking burnt to shit. So anyway, I've got my bottle of water. I drink about 3 or 4 of these a day, which is really good. And then let's have a little wine over here too, because, well, just because I just got done with work and I'm just trying to decompress a little bit. So anyway, there is I also wanted to touch on, I'm so long-winded. I have to explain every little thing. I also did want to mention that I am new to this, and I know that I say a lot and I use a lot of filler words, but that's really because I'm not completely comfortable yet. I don't talk like that on the daily, but I'm trying to get better. In this video, I actually made some notes, so I'm looking over here. That's what I'm looking at, just so I can touch on everything, because my issues are very complex, and there's a lot of different things and symptoms and medications and all that I want to touch on, and I just don't want to leave anything out. So there is a roadside fruit and vegetable stand by our house, and I took advantage of that shit yesterday. So not everything is from there, but I did get these avocados from there. They're freaking huge. I couldn't believe it. Huge. Just kidding. Sorry, that was inappropriate. The celery I got from the store. The carrots were the roadside stand. Cantaloupe roadside stand. All the rest of this, I think, was the grocery store. Watermelon was the roadside stand. These huge strawberry. That's like just some grain. It's not moldy or anything, but those strawberries, humongous. And then I just have some blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. I got some brie cheese because I'm originally from Wisconsin, and there ain't no life without cheese. So I had to throw that in there. And then these grapes I got from the roadside stand too. Look at those. They're huge. I'm going to start with one of those. See what we got. If they're any good. Oh my gosh. They're really good. Super juicy. They have seeds too. Okay. So I'm just going to jump right in here. And once again, if anybody's watched my other videos, my husband requires a afternoon snack like a little child when he gets home from work. So most of this I'm going to leave for him, but I'll have a few things here and there. I just feel like I have to have something in front of me when I'm doing these videos. I don't want to do like a mukbang, whatever it is, but I kind of end up doing that. But I don't know how interesting it would be if I just sat here and talked. Well, which is what I do anyway, but like talked at you, I feel, I don't know. That's the other thing too. I get kind of uncomfortable doing these videos only because I'm a really good writer. I'm so much better at writing to express my feelings and to convey my thoughts than I am kind of like presenting. So anyway, I have hell in here. Sorry if I'm like got a little sweat. Sorry. All right. So I'm just gonna dive right in. So about 6 months ago, when we were living out in West Texas, I began to not feel so well. I was really tired all the time. I was sleeping an unhealthy amount, but not on purpose. Like I wasn't trying to. It's just that I could not find the energy to like get up and get moving and do things. These are Constellation tomatoes. They're really sweet. These peppers are also sweet. They're really good. I actually started to get nervous because I was like, what is happening to me? You know, I kind of tried to rule everything out by myself too. It's like, all right, I'm not pregnant. I got blood work done. There were a couple of things that were a teeny tiny bit off, but nothing, major. All right. Well, the doctor, the first doctor I went to in West Texas, did some blood work. Oh my gosh, this avocado is so perfectly creamy. And I won't spend too much time on the misdiagnosing because I want to get to the actual issue. But the doctor in West Texas told me I had hypothyroidism. So like, okay, well that would explain it. Oh, I had some thinning hair too. I still kind of do, but it's not from a thyroid issue because I don't have one. It's fruit dip. Oh my gosh, that fruit dip is delicious. I know I said I'll put it down in the description, but all it is Greek yogurt, a little bit of honey, and I use raw honey. Local. Buy local. It's the best, and you're supporting your community. And vanilla extract. All right. So I quickly found out I was misdiagnosed because I started taking the Synthroid, which produces iodine that your body naturally produces, but somebody with hypothyroidism does not produce enough. So they gave me that. Talk about feeling out of your damn mind. I was having panic attacks. I was just, I felt 10 times worse than I did when I went in. So I went back and I was like, something's just not right. And she started me off on 100 micrograms, which, if you know anything, oh, that's not a hair, it's from the fruit. If you know anything about medicine, 100 micrograms is a crazy, crazy amount to start off with. With stuff like that, you're really supposed to titrate your dose up. But I was like, well, maybe she's just being, aggressive with it and wants to, knock it out right away. All right, fine. Anyway, she ended up knocking my dose down and still felt like shit. But I kept taking it. Which I also want to remind you all, throughout this story, I went through so many trials and tribulations and just trying to get a diagnosis. You know your body. You know if something is wrong with you. You know if you don't feel right. You know if you're off. Trust your gut. Trust yourself. You need to advocate for yourself 100% all the time. That's the only way. Because I don't care how long these people went to school and how much research they've done and how good of doctors they think that they are, blah, blah, blah. Nobody knows your body like you do. Please remember that. Because had I just given up there and been like, oh, I have hypothyroidism, it could have caused me major, major issues. Had I not been prescribed the correct prophylaxis to prevent further health issues or complications. So, thank the good Lord above. Shortly after that, my husband and I actually ended up, his job took him back to the Houston area. So I had to find a new doctor. So that doctor took me off of the Synthroid because he's like, he repeated blood work. I was like, well, it could be masking. The Synthroid could be masking your levels right now in your blood work, but let's take you off of it and we'll repeat it in 3 months. Sure, freaking enough, we did that and nothing. TSH is fine. So, but he did end up putting me on blood pressure medication because I was hypertensive, which is just a medical term for high blood pressure. So, I started on that, and that was good. I needed that. I already knew that. I could feel, sometimes my heart rate and stuff like that. Well, then, I started working at the hospital that I'm working at now, and I had to switch doctors because of my insurance switching off of my husband's onto my own. And once again, you guys, it's like divine intervention, I swear. So, thank the Lord that I had to switch again because the doctor that I had now is absolutely fabulous. She knew, after I had some blood work done, she knew instantly what was going on with me. Instantly. And I got a lot of doctors saying, a couple of other ones that I went to before, saying, you're fine. Because at the time I was 31. They're like, you're fine. You're 31. What could be wrong with you? And I'm just sitting there, and I'm in the medical field, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, fucking children die of cancer. What do you mean? You don't go off my age. Look at my symptoms. Look at my blood work. So that's what I'm saying. You need to advocate for yourself because out here, if shit would have continued to come back fine, I'd have been like, no, keep digging. Something else is going on. So, anyway. So, she found out through my blood work and some more comprehensive testing that I have what's called metabolic syndrome. And that's basically a cluster of conditions that occur together. And there are 5 criteria that people may present with this metabolic syndrome. To be, I guess, officially diagnosed with metabolic syndrome, you have to meet 3 of the 5 criteria. And so the 5 criteria are a large waist circumference. So for men, I believe it's 40 inches, and then for women, I think it's 35. And then a resistance to insulin, which is a fasting blood sugar of over 100. Which, when I had my blood work done, I was just at 100. But for her, I met that criteria because since I was right at the top, obviously, had I been eating, my blood sugar would have been over 100. So she grouped me into that. So I met the waist circumference, the insulin resistance, and the third one is hypertension. So then that's the third one that I met. And the other two are high triglycerides and low HDL, which is your good cholesterol, your happy cholesterol. So, so with this metabolic syndrome, protection and prevention are like absolutely key in getting the correct prophylaxis, which is just a fancy word for preventative treatment, taking medicine to prevent further issues. Medical's coming out. So I was just looking at my bullet points over here. I feel like I need a PowerPoint. Again, I'm so new at this. I don't know how to do all the little like pop-up things that you list stuff. I just learned the other day how to put text on the picture for the thumbnail. I was really proud of myself. I'm such a dork. I was just playing around with stuff. I was like, let's try this app. So, anyway. Okay, good. I'm gonna get my volume. I just thought about that. I'm like, my freaking volume. The one video, not so much. I was like, shit. I'm sorry if the sound is kind of bad. I need to figure something out for that. And I will. So, with this metabolic syndrome, it's imperative to treat it because with this, and this is manageable, there's not a cure for it, so I always have to deal with this. But the metabolic, that really can plateau and be managed. Same with the insulin resistance. It's basically lifestyle. Not smoking, drinking lots of water, eating right. That can all. And not that I wasn't doing those things. It's just that I've also got other stuff going on, which I'll get to that. That is kind of a double whammy. So, with this, you have a increased risk of heart disease, stroke, heart attack, because of the increased blood pressure, and also the buildup of fat in your arterial walls, or my arterial walls. I'm the one that. But so far, my kidneys are. She said I have beautiful kidneys. My kidneys are great. My liver's fine. Cheers. Sorry, that was bad. Everything in moderation, people. And what else? So my organ function's good, basically, is what I'm trying to say. My heart's fine. My heart's healthy. Feel good. This helps. That's the diet for this that they suggest too. Lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. Whole grains. lean meats, lean protein. So, just basically no sugary stuff, which really wasn't that difficult for me because I'm not a soda drinker. I don't really drink juice. Hi. Oh, man. Right. What is it? One day. Right. I pause so I can fix this stupid light. Okay, sorry. Again, definitely not pro. So anyway, it creates the fatty buildups in your arterial walls, which can lead to stroke, heart attack, blood clots. It also causes you to gain weight, become obese, excess body fat, all that awesome stuff, and creates abnormal cholesterol as well. Which my cholesterol is fine. I'm not obese, but I'm overweight. But my doctor even said, she said, look, I can tell by your other your blood work and your metabolic panel that you eat well. She's like, your metabolism freaking went to sleep and not waking up. So we got to do something to help you. So this causes your B12, iron, and vitamin D to also be really low, which explains my hair thinning. Excuse my dogs. My fatigue, lack of energy, everything. Max! No! I don't know which dog it is. Troublemaker. Strawberry. Oh my gosh. I could eat like this every single day of my life. I pretty much do. So, I take 50,000 IUs of vitamin D once a week. I take a B12 shot IM in my arm every 2 weeks. I also take 65 milligrams of iron once a day. So that helps with the metabolic part of it. Even my doctor said that medicine isn't smart enough yet to understand why the metabolic syndrome causes an insulin resistance, but they are correlated. This is like a messy mess. So there is a correlation. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, blueberry stuck to my cheese. Oh. Okay. So I also have, through this, a hormonal disorder. All kinds of fun disorders. But she said there's studies showing that they are linked. So fixing one or managing one will, everything else will follow. And it's kind of funny. I was talking to my friend at work today. We were talking about this because he's actually like full blown like type 2 diabetes, which I'm not going there. I refuse. Hear me, pancreas? Pancreas better damn listen. And he said, and I don't know, I just thought it was funny. It just made my day a little bit, made me laugh. He said, it's okay. I said something along the lines of like, my cells hate me. He's like, they don't hate you. They're just little independent things. It's true. I'm like, they are. They all want to do their own shit. They don't want to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. Come on, cells. Get it together. Anyway. So, I also have a hormone disorder. It's called polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS. Which means that I have small fluid-filled follicles that have developed on my ovaries and caused me to have irregular periods. My body also fails to release eggs regularly, which I'm gonna cry. I meltdown the other day about this. Alright. You're strong. So, sorry, this one's supposed to be this kind of video. Because of all of that as well, I've had a really hard time getting pregnant. We don't have any children. I haven't, I've just kind of said we don't have kids, and I've just said we have dogs, but I've never really elaborated, so I thought I need to do that. Sorry, I'm all shaky now. But I believe in God, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. If the Lord blesses us with children, I'll be so grateful, but if not, I know there's options, but it's just hard to think about the possibility of not being able to have your own. So it's been a little trying. But anyway, I do have extremely irregular periods. I have way TMI also. So sorry about all the period talk. So I have extremely irregular periods. So I don't ovulate regularly, and then I don't release eggs. So no baby. But maybe my medicine will help with that. So along with the vitamin part of it, I am also on metformin, which metformin helps with the PCOS and the insulin resistance. It's used to treat both. I'm on 500 milligrams once a day. It's kind of a nasty medicine, GI-wise. I won't go into detail with that while I'm eating. But not that it bothers me, it's just I don't really want to talk about GI upset in depth on my channel. Okay? So but the metformin does so many things. Metformin is actually an old school drug. Been around for a long time. But now there's all these studies showing excuse me. I don't like chewing my mouth open, it's weird. Showing the effects on so many parts of the body and helping with many conditions. Well, not many conditions, but help treat this cluster of conditions. So, anyway. Sorry, my head's kind of cut off. I'm tall. I'm 5'7". Like, So, the metformin increases the sensitivity of muscle cells to insulin. It also, getting kind of full, reduces the amount of sugar produced in the liver. Or the cells in the liver, I should say. Again, my stupid cells. And so it basically, it works to lower blood sugar, is in a nutshell. But it also enhances ovulation. And studies have shown that it can regulate menstrual cycles. It also reduces testosterone production, the androgen. It helps you lose weight. So with all of those things combined, I'm hoping that my periods will start to become regular. Then I ovulate, and that's the other thing that's kind of disheartening. I'm not going to cry again. I'm 32. It's like, it's not like I'm 22. I really want this to work, so. And I believe in God, and I pray every day. So, I would appreciate it if y'all would pray for me too. Because my husband and I want kids like yesterday. I gotta get off that baby topic. It makes me teary. It's so misty in here. So, I'm hopeful. Gotta have faith, but it can still knock you down. And it does at times. It doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me as much some days. So. Okay, sorry, my dogs are wreaking havoc on the neighborhood. As always. So, the last medication that I take, I also mentioned that before, but I'm on a blood pressure pill. Really low doses of all this stuff. Again, it's just prophylaxis until I can lose some weight. My body can hopefully regulate. So, this is the last medicine that I'm on. And my other meds I didn't pull out because they're just bottles of pills with my personal information on them. So, so this is Victoza. And it's not insulin. It's not insulin. And I'm on 1.8 milligrams once a day. And it's a shot. You just put the needle on, it goes in my stomach. Which it's not as bad as it sounds. At first, oh my gosh, my husband had to give me the first, like, once again. Whatever. I'm so accident prone. I knocked everything over. Oops. I don't remember what I was just saying. Whatever. Oh yeah, my Victoza. So my husband had to give me the first few shots because I just could not do it. Oh my gosh, the first shot was ridiculous. He was like coming at me, and he knows what to do. I showed him what to do and whatever, but they were coming at me with it. I was bawling my eyes. I was like, I don't want to do it myself. It's funny now because it's not bad at all. Oh yeah, at the time, lost my frickin' shit. What was that word? Whatever. Sorry, I'm tired. Been working all day and have an emotional minute there. Alright. So the Victoza. There's 3 things. It slows food from leaving your stomach. Which kind of gives your body a chance to catch up, or my body anyway, because I was moving food like that. And then I was really hungry all the time. I was hungry right away again. And, you know, with that too, it helps you feel fuller longer, so you don't feel like you need to eat as much. I wasn't eating that. I hate it. I keep explaining every little frickin' thing. Annoying. But I wasn't eating that much, but I was hungry a lot. The food was like racing through me. Sorry. I'm talking about GI stuff. So it also helps prevent the liver from making too much sugar. Sorry. It helps the pancreas produce more insulin when your blood sugar levels are high. Or higher than they should be. So again, I'm not diabetic. I don't plan on becoming diabetic. But I do have insulin resistance, and I am considered pre-diabetic, I guess. So, whatever. That's what my doctor said. She said, you will always, always have to treat yourself in your diet and you're working out as if you have type 2 diabetes. So, it's fine with me as long as I don't get it. So, anyway, I guess we'll see how this goes. But so far, I've lost 14 pounds. And lucky for me, I really didn't have to change my diet that much because I was already eating pretty healthy. So I'm finally seeing the results of my healthy habits with the help of medication doing for my body what it won't on its own right now. So that's definitely given me a lot of hope. So that it's actually working and that actually is what's wrong. So that's nice. Oh yes. So okay. As you can see, I like vegetables. One last bite here. I like vegetables. I like fruit too, but I like vegetables a little more than I like fruit. So, whew. Anyway, more tomato. Probably snack. He loves this kind of stuff too. So, anyway, full. I get full fast too, which is also helpful because I eat smaller meals and that's just better for you. It's just all good. And this video is by no means a suggestion, like to be like, oh, you must have this if you do this. I'm not a doctor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just sharing my experience. Because I've talked to, ever since being diagnosed, the more I'm talking to people, I find out that actually quite a lot of people have this, and it's just nice to kind of have just like a support system or just people to talk to or to know that, like, you're not nuts, like, you know, because I'm like, what is happening to me? What is going on? I couldn't figure it out for, I mean, literally 6 months it took. And me just going back to the doctor, going back to, something's wrong, listen to me, something's wrong. So, anyway, as I'm still eating. Right, that carrot looked really good. Alrighty. Well, here's a hot mess. I'm gonna go hang out with my doggos. So, I hope you all are having a blessed day. Please remember to make good choices. Be kind always and always. And if you cannot find a kind person, please be one. We need more kind people in this world. Alright, y'all. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!